In 510, Rome made and broke strategic strategies with neighboring groups in order to help them conquer other city-states. Then the Latin city-states, but excluding Rome, banded together in an alliance against Rome. While they battled each other, the Latin allies suffered attacks from mountain tribes. These tribes lived east of the Apennines, a long mountain range that separates Italy into an eastern and western side. The mountain tribes are presumed to have been attacking because they needed more arguable land. Rome emerged as the undisputed leader of Italy under Augustus, who ruled until 14 AD. The 500-year-old republic came to an end. Romans did not know at the time, but a new age had dawned, the age of the Roman Empire. Augustus was its first emperor. The expansion of Greek civilization through trade and colonization led to the spread of Hellenic culture across the Mediterranean and Black Seas. Hellenic is a name for Greek culture, from the Hellenists, who were people who inhabited the Balkan Peninsula. From the beginning, Greeks can trace their heritage to the Minoans, who lived on Crete from about 2500 BC to 1450 BC, and the Mycenian people, who migrated from Central Asia to the Greek peninsula and conquered the Minoans. Competition between Sparta and Athens for control of Greece helped cause the Peloponnesian War between 431 and 404 BC. Sparta was the principal enemy of Athens during the Peloponnesian War, from which Sparta emerged victorious, though at great cost.
Go way back to the Paleolithic age, roughly between 400,000 and 200,000 BC. From the original settlements in the Punjab region, the Aryans gradually began to penetrate eastward, clearing dense forests and establishing tribal settlements along the Ganga and Yamuna plains between 1500 and 800 BC. By around 500 BC, most of northern India was inhabited and had been brought under cultivation, facilitating the increasing knowledge of the use of iron implements, including ox-drawn plows, and spurred by growing population that provided voluntary and forced labor. The major cities contained a few large buildings, including a citadel, a large bath, perhaps for personal and communal ablution, different living quarters, flat-roofed brick houses, and fortified administrative or religious centers enclosing meeting halls and granaries. Essentially, a city culture, Harappan life was supported by extensive agriculture production and by commerce, which included trade with Sumer in southern Mesopotamia, modern Iraq. Is a country in East Asia whose culture is considered the oldest, still extant in the world. The name China does not appear in print in as well until 1516 CE. It has generally been accepted that the Chinese cradle of civilization is the Yellow River Valley, which gave rise to villages sometime around 5000 BC. While this has been disputed, and arguments had been made for a more widespread development of communities, there is no doubt that the Henan province and the Yellow River Valley was the site of many early villages and farming communities. From these small villages and farming communities grew centralized government. Shi Huangtai thus established the Qin dynasty 221 through 206 BCE, which is also known as the Imperial Era in China. He ordered the destruction of the walled fortifications which had separated the different states and commissioned the building of a great wall along the northern border of his kingdom. Though little remains today, Shi Huangtai's original wall, the Great Wall of China, was begun under his rule. With the fall of the Qin dynasty, China was plunged into chaos. Two generals emerged among forces which rebelled against the Qin: Prince Lianbang of Hanzhong and King Zhang Yu of the state Chu, who fought for control of the government. The two former allies quickly became antagonists. However, it is the power struggle known as Chu-Hang contention until Zhang Yu negotiated the Treaty of Hong Canal and brought a temporary peace. Zhang Yu suggested dividing China under the rule of the Chu in the east and the Han in the west, but Liu Bang wanted a united China under Han rule, and breaking the treaty resumed hostilities. At the Battle of Gaxia in 202 BCE, Liu Bang's great general Han Xing trapped and defeated the forces of Chu under Zhang Yu, and Liu Bang was proclaimed emperor. The Han dynasty, which derives its name from Liu Bang home in Hanzhong province, ruled China, with the brief interruption for the next 400 years from 202 BCE to 220 BCE.